Joystick warriors, pixel dreams, 8-bit battles, laser beams, heroes rise and comic streams, all the worlds collide. From the basement to the sky, arcane hearts will never die. We got it all here, comics, games, and anime, talking every single day. This Grunticidal podcast rules. Flickering screens, VHS glow, time machines where stories flow, galaxy quests and Gundam shows, nerds unite tonight. Run the bass, can I? Movies, magic, retro play, geeks and gamers here to stay. This Grunticidal podcast rules. Roll the dice, cast a spell, pop culture, heaven ring the bell. From the stars to a dungeon cell, yeah, we got it all. From the basement to the sky, arcane hearts will never die. We got it all here, comics, games, and anime, talking every single day. This Grunticidal podcast rules. Flickering screens, VHS glow, time machines where stories flow, galaxy quests and Gundam shows, nerds unite tonight. Run the bass, can I? Movies, magic, retro play, geeks and gamers here to stay. This Grunticidal podcast rules. Podcast rules. Podcast rules. Rules.
Pixel dreams and a CRT glow, glow. Joystick battles where legends grow, grow. We're diving deep where the nerd winds blow. Oh yeah, we know. Oh, oh, oh. Comics, games, movies, anime. Oh, we got it all here every day. This Grunticidal podcast rules. You know it's true. X-Men pages and Mario's quest. Lightsabers hum with the Jedi's best. Mecha fights in a kaiju fest. Yeah, we're obsessed, oh yes. Roll the dice, D20 lands. We've got the loot in our hands. Comics, games, movies, anime. Oh, we got it all here every day. This Grunticidal podcast rules. You know it's true.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Gotham's alleys to mushroom skies. We're geeking out and we're on the rise. The power-ups fuel our endless highs. No lies, no lies, no lies. You know it's true.
Oop.
From Gotham's alleys to mushroom skies. Ooh, we're geeking out and we're on the rise. The power.
All right, good evening, everybody. We're here with Braden, and you want to be called Swartz or Isaiah?
No, you can call me Isaiah.
All
That's fine.
right, cool. We're here with Isaiah and Braden. We're just gonna chat a little bit about some video games and all sorts of other cool things. I see we got people in chat here. What's up, Starry? What's up, Minnie? How you guys doing tonight? All right, cool. So I figured we'd just start the chat off with a little bit about MMORPGs and where they're at. What do you think?
All right. Sounds good.
Cool. All right, Brayden, what have you played?
Honestly, I still keep going back to the one I played growing up, and that's DC Universe Online. Basically Baldur's Gate 3, but DC Universe.
Mm-hmm. Nice, nice. Actually, I just recently saw that DC Universe Online is making a comeback.
Is it really?
Yeah, there was a it's a big thing. They restarted the servers and everything, and they're restarting everything back up.
Have to get back on that.
Yeah, surprised you didn't know, Brayden. Gosh.
Sorry.
All right, what have you played, Isaiah?
You call yourself a fan, Braden.
I know, what the heck.
He's the universe. Also, I love the Mario hat.
I had to.
I had my
Um,
Star Wars helmet on, but I took it off.
Oh, you should have kept it on, man.
Yeah.
So I grew up playing World of Warcraft, but lately I haven't really been playing any MMORPGs. So currently not really playing one, but have a history playing them. So
Nice, nice. And so, like, if we're talking MMORPGs, I played a whole huge laundry list. Pretty much the same things you would have, Isaiah, I know. We played Star Wars The Old Republic. We played World of Warcraft. We played... there's more. Gosh dang, what, my brain farting all of a sudden. Oh, I played Guild Wars and Guild Wars 2.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
I actually started with that and then went to World of Warcraft. And then I played I played RuneScape right when it first launched, and everybody's like, "Play RuneScape again." Play RuneScape. I'm like, dude, it's like 2-bit freaking graphics. I'm good. I want to move forward, not backwards, man. But yeah, so like it's very interesting. So as far as like I saw World of Warcraft has its, what was it, its 14th expansion?
I
Coming out.
believe so.
Yeah. So like I saw that was coming out. I think Khadgar's in a wheelchair. So
That's probably true.
uh,
I think they're coming up on their 10th expansion.
is it 10th? Okay.
Yeah.
Heading to
Lonnie,
the-
did you see that did you see they're finally coming out with another remaster of Knights of the Old Republic?
I did see something on Knights of the Republic, but like, is it a remaster of the MMO or is it the remaster of the actual game? Because I did see a quick cinematic.
I think it's of the game.
Okay. That there are very few games I will agree to a remaster on anymore because I think people are just being lazy and recycling old material. But honestly, that would be one that's so old that the graphics are like so outdated and everything that if they could actually upgrade everything and keep the same gameplay, that might actually be a good one. That gameplay is legendary.
That's one of the few that I've played religiously.
Yeah. Oh, dude, Knights of the Republic was freaking amazing. There's 2 of them, right? 1 and 2. So like,
Yeah, 1 and 2.
yeah, because I remember the first one. I spent a lot of time on the dunes or something. I can't hear. I barely remember this crap. But the second one was with the death bot, right? The assassin droid.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was like a hidden way to get the freaking white lightsaber if you waited to a very specific point in time while you're traveling through space. And yeah, I remember that. Wow, it's funny the things you remember. But yeah, that was a really good game. And honestly, I might not be against that. Like I said, people need to come up with some freaking original ideas. I think that's the number one problem with gaming right now. There's too much boring crap going on. There are some there's some good ones. Me and Isaiah, I know, played a little bit of Enshrouded, and still haven't been able to finish it or even get close. But it's constantly coming out with new updates, and it's got so many updates now. I don't even know what it is anymore. It's like it's like we get on, and I'll be like, "What the heck? Where am I?" But yeah, that's a good game. Um, but like MMOs, I know I've talked to both of you probably about this though. So what do you think is the biggest difference with old school World of Warcraft and more modern World of Warcraft?
I could probably speak a lot into this because I played vanilla WoW and then played um, a lot of the modern, as you would say,
Mm-hmm.
era of World of Warcraft. Um, I think I think there's obvious like differences in mechanics and gameplay, because as a game evolves, it's kind of what happens. But I think kind of one of the bigger differences is maybe the grind on a lot of these things. You have the ability now to um, pay for a level 70 upgrade or a boost for that. And um, I remember even Mist of Pandaria and like that expansion, there was things in that expansion that was extremely difficult to do and to achieve as opposed to like the War Within or even the expansion before that.
Battle for
So
Azeroth.
like there's some differences in there of like um yeah, sure, Mists of Pandaria was like, different than vanilla WoW, but like there was still a lot of similarities in some of the grind. So I think one major difference is the grind aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
Lonnie, you and I have talked before of like, you know, in vanilla WoW or even like Burning Crusade, like you had to like to get a mount, you had to really grind out hours and hours of gameplay to get a mount. And then when you had a rideable mount, you were like a dominant player.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas now the game has evolved a lot to the point of, I mean, you could go to the in-game shop and buy a special edition, flying unicorn rainbow farting machine, like whatever,
That's
but you
probably
can
not
get
far off.
something that you can get something that's unique.
Mm-hmm.
You're paying money, but you can get that and it might be different than someone, or they could buy it too for a
Mm-hmm.
season and then it expires, but like, and then you actually have something that's unique. But I think I think there's some big differences, I'm sure, and we could probably talk all night about it, but I think one of the biggest ones is the grind aspect. I
Mm-hmm.
think there's mechanical feelings that's different as well, but one big difference was the grind part of it for me. So
Yeah, I completely understand. My thing with World of Warcraft in particular, almost actually all games, and like I said, I've discussed this with you and plenty of times, even with Braden. Um, I think they're taking the adventure out of video games. Like, there's no like long term goal that you have to work extremely hard for, and you get that satisfaction that you've done it. Like super hard rare achievements. Original WoW had the Link quest with the little gnome Link, who you had to go on Ungoro Crater. It was the longest quest line in the game. Once you completed it, you got like Link armor and you got the Link boomerang. You got a bunch of other stuff, but like it's things like that. Like now, I guess they kind of still have some long quest lines, but what I'm getting at is like they have like you had really massive grinds for like I remember I grinded the Timber Mall. Was it Timber Mall? Those little fur bears up in Feralis. Was it Feralis?
I think it's Red Ridge Mountains, I think.
Oh, oh,
Maybe.
the little fur bears. But anyways, you had to grind them and their reputation for. Gosh, I did that for I don't know, like 5 months, and like I finally got it, and like it was so hard and so difficult and long term that like you actually felt like holy crap, I just did it. I can't believe I just did it, but I did do it. Like you got like there's a satisfaction. You got it done. Then you can go and so like that one you got a trinket. You can like summon a Timber Mall and he would actually heal you in battle. So I had that. They also had like what was the Bones quest line where you get all the raptor mounts? But yeah, I had
Oh,
the white
yeah,
one. Yeah. So
yeah.
it's things
I
like
remember
that.
doing that one with you.
Yeah. It's things like that, man. I think they're like when I started playing WoW, they had weapons that were one per server. Like literally only one person could get that weapon for the whole entire server. It's like I remember walking through Ironforge with my druid, Super Grunt, and I was walking through Ironforge and this freaking gnome was sitting outside, and he had Ragnaros's hammer, and it was actually a legendary at the time. So like it was like
Mhm.
literally it was a unique. No one else on that server could get that hammer. So this guy was literally like peak DPS, peak tank, whatever he was doing. I think it was tank actually, and he had the one-handed mace, Ragnaros's hammer. Like it's stuff like that. Like you look at that guy and you go like, dang man, that guy's put some time into this. He's actually like got that. It's really cool. Um, if y'all respond to chat, what game are you guys talking about? Just games in general. World of Warcraft, MMOs, just games in general at the moment. But it's just stuff like that. I think they've taken the adventure out of games. Uh, that's my overall problem with MMOs right now. I don't know about DC Universe, Braden, like, but what was it like as far as those kind of things?
Um, it was pretty much just an open world. You could do whatever you want. There was like a storyline quest, but I mean, you could finish it in a day. So there wasn't really much there, but they were always adding like side quests. So there was
Mm-hmm.
always something to do. But yeah, I kind of hope when they do bring it back, it's more of a they have more of a storyline because like there wasn't really one.
You'll have to look it up, but I'm pretty sure it's already out. So definitely check that out right after. I just happened to see because
Well,
of Gamescom and everything was last week, and I was looking at all the games coming out and everything. But
mm,
honestly, I think we've gone through like a really rough patch and like video games in general, where like all AAA titles are like really super trash, and like indie games are
mm,
pretty much the only games that are worth playing anymore. Um, to a big degree, not in every case, but like right now, I think we're finally seeing a small turnaround. I saw a bunch of games that are coming out that are actually fairly interesting for Gamescom. There's like Light No Fire, made by the people who made freaking No Man's Sky. I'm super excited about that. I think that's beginning
Yeah,
of next year, maybe. Uh,
2026. Yeah.
yeah, I'm so excited about that. I'm gonna be playing the crap out of that game. I might even stream it a lot. Um, there's there was a lot of them. There was one that's actually kind of like a Minecraft-ish game. It's called like Wild Wind or something. I'd have to look it up again, but it's more of a like it's a Minecraft but with like actual elements of things to do besides building.
huh.
As you can tell, I'm not a Minecraft person, but still, it's just like you actually have like full survival and everything, and like it's pretty crazy. It looks pretty cool. It's got the same building elements. It looks just like Minecraft, same pixelated box square stuff. I wonder if they're gonna get sued actually, but we'll see in time. But yeah, it's interesting. That looks good. There's a few things, man. I'm really excited about. What were we playing the other night, Isaiah? It's called Abyssal or Abyss.
Abyssius.
Abyssius. That game
Yeah.
was surprisingly good. it was
Yeah.
it was annoyingly good. Like it was
That was big.
yeah, it was like
It's fast paced.
how would you call that? It's like a almost like a dungeon diver with
Yeah, I
uh
mean it's a dungeon diver that's fast paced that uh evolves with you
mhm,
basically. I mean you there's actually a game I just saw it the other day. I'm trying to find it because it's similar that I
mhm.
was gonna mention because it looks really good. But yeah, it's a fast paced dungeon diver basically.
Nice. Braden, you ever played Diablo?
Oh
I
my
did.
gosh.
I played Diablo
Diablo.
1
Yeah.
and 2.
Okay, so Najab just said speaking of video games, I just beat Diablo 3 hardcore. So that's actually
Same.
impressive. Yeah.
Very
Uh
On that
impressive.
yeah, I got so Diablo 3 was good. I actually like Diablo 3 a lot.
yeah.
Diablo 4, the graphics were good. The gameplay, eh. Like, I don't know what it was about Diablo 4, but I was not impressed. I was not impressed with Diablo 4. Like, I heard they have had like some really serious major updates since we played, but I was so disappointed in that game. I couldn't. I was really irritated actually. Like, it just, for one, they put mounts in it, and you know my feeling about mounts. Um, I played the game ever since it came out. Yeah, but like freaking, I think mounts generally ruin games. I don't think very many games have done mounts correctly. Some have. I would put New World on that list. They actually did mounts pretty well. And they made it.
I was surprised you didn't mention New World with MMO.
Okay, now we're getting a whole nother ball of wax here. All right, so New World. Oh my gosh, if you played New World, Brandon, I don't know if you played New World or not, but freaking, it's the most annoying great game you'll ever play. So like it was so broken. Like their coding was just broken in that game, and that's what destroyed the game. We played. What's up, Elijah? We played. I don't know. I played like I could probably look it up. It was like 300 to 400 hours on that game, and that was.
I was late to the party, so I don't know how long you guys played.
Yeah, dude. I played so much though, but like it was a $30 game, dude. A $30 game. I got my money's worth out of that freaking game.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I was the only thing I was mad about with that game was it was just broken. And like they kept having duplication glitches. They kept having like they're
I think they fixed all of those now, right? It's been out for a little bit.
I honestly doubt it. Like I actually
Really?
yeah, I think their coding's just broken on that game. All right, yeah, good night, Elijah. Haven't checked it in a while, but I'm here. Okay, cool. But like freaking New World has just been it was worth the money is what I'm trying to say. They're games that are been made by I guess I wouldn't call Amazon Studios an indie game company, but they're games that have been made by smaller studios that have been very, very good, very well made, and you get your money's worth out of playing them. Like Repo. Like
Oh yeah, dude.
was it Spellbound?
Spell Brigade.
Spell Brigade. Gosh, I do that every freaking time. Spell Brigade. Guys, look those games
$10
up.
game, dude.
Look it up.
$10 game.
I doubt that's on console though.
I don't think so.
Put in chat if you're a console player or a PC player. But there's just so many good small developers that are making good solid games. 7 Days to Die was made by 8 people. It was the largest pre-sale game of all time.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That is, I have 1,200 plus hours in 7 Days to Die. So, it's just, nothing as bad as World of Warcraft. My World of Warcraft times are incalculable. But still.
Same.
Yeah. But still, it was interesting. It was very good. Here, let me look at my notes real quick. So, like, my biggest issue with, like, I think when it comes to at least MMOs in general, like I've talked to Isaiah about this plenty of times. I think he disagrees with me, and maybe Brayden as well, because like I'm sure DC Universe has something similar. Fast travel and mounts destroy games. I think the whole point of playing an MMORPG, he's smiling there. The whole point of playing an MMORPG is,
You didn't even say it right.
I know, right? Is the fact that you are on an adventure doing something that you wouldn't normally do, and it's not about.
I can't take an adventure with my unicorn.
No, you can't fucking take an adventure with your unicorn, all right? But unless it's like unless you're a hunter and you have it as a pet. But I have over 4K hours in Terraria. That's crazy. Never touched a mod loader. Mods suck. I hate mods. That's a whole nother discussion. There's so much to talk about with this subject. But dude, I think it destroys the adventure in video games. And when people implement fast travel, and I'm sure DC Universe had plenty of fast travel, yeah, you have this huge world and huge universe that's built up and made for discovery, and then once you have fast travel or somebody implements like mounts or stuff like that, Yes, it makes the world easier and everything, but like it's not supposed to be easier. It's about the journey, man. Like, what if Frodo just hopped on those fracking eagles in the middle of Lord of the Rings? It's just like, frack you, I'm going to freaking Mountain Doom, whatever. Just dip it in there, and we're
Been
good.
smart. You should have.
But he didn't. He had a fracking journey. All right, you know, he trekked across the whole Middle
It's about
Earth.
the experience, man.
Exactly. He trekked across the whole entire Middle Earth just to go and drop that ring in there and be like, "See you, bro." But I mean,
To be
like,
fair, Lonnie, to be fair, they were told very early on, fly, you fools. They could have easily gotten on the Eagles and taken off.
you know, this is really funny though. You bring that up. They did, fly you fools.
Gandalf was trying to tell him what to do, man.
Yeah, but they didn't want to do it. They wanted an adventure, guys. Come on, that's the whole point. Look, I mean, even in the Hobbit, they could have flown on the Eagles from there too as well. They had fast travel, guys, but they didn't do it. They knew the adventure was more important than fast travel. I'm just saying that is the same thing as video games.
Okay, hear me out.
All right, all right.
Okay. I'm not saying that there's 0 point to that. I think that fast travel, I'm not a fan of fast travel. I don't like the whole, like, you can go to this pillar, hit a pillar, and you go to the town and you're done. I do agree with that. I think that can be you can miss a lot of the in between.
I thought Hearths in World of Warcraft were okay though, because they were over an hour cooldown.
Yeah, I mean that I still somewhat don't like those, but again, I understand because when you get to a certain point in a game, and this kind of leads into my point is, there is a real life aspect to everything too. So like, we're playing games. So like, if I'm playing a game and I can only play for a couple hours, like I want to be able to get the most out of it as best as I can.
Right.
I know that I'm not going to be able to do everything, and I don't want to miss the experience or the travel, but I do like the opportunity and the ability to kind of get things moving a little faster. So like having a mount, like I look at it as I'm not necessarily missing the experience or the journey. I'm going faster than other people. But I can still along the way run into, some goblins on a road or like whatever, So it's still the experience is there. I'm just moving faster than others. So
Right. Now, where would you put flying mounts into that? Where does it cross a line?
I think flying mounts, I think that's like the cool aspect is more on that than the traveling. Because like when you get a cool, like when flying mounts first came out in WoW, like everybody wanted one because you could literally fly.
I remember it like it was yesterday.
So like, yeah, so it's like you get that, you can literally fly everywhere. However, you still had to, even when you got your flying mount, which was in Burning Crusade, even when you got your flying mount, you still had to like literally fly for forever. I remember hitting numlock every time because I was trying to get somewhere and I didn't want to keep my finger on the W. So, I mean, you still don't necessarily lose out on that, but like the experience or the travel aspect, it's like a cool aspect. Like you have a flying mount. Like some people don't. And it goes back to your point of like, maybe you have something that someone doesn't. But I mean, now flying mounts are just, everybody has one and it doesn't matter. And people are flying and there's dragon flying now. And so like you're literally going 800,000% speed. So I can get the view of it being just kind of like more of like a skip than like a cool aspect or travel or anything like that. So but my personal view on the flying mounts is I don't necessarily mind them. I think that it's kind of gotten out of hand a little bit.
Right. Yeah.
But because like I said, Burning Crusade, you would go through the portal and you would be literally like you would do a whole line of quests, then you get your flying mount. And then you had your flying mount, but you still literally had to spend so much time to get that. And then you're spending so much time because you're only going like I think it was like 150% speed.
Yeah.
So like you really weren't even going that fast.
It was like the
I
same
mean,
as a ground mount for the first one, and then it was like
yeah,
300% after that or something like that.
yeah, and you had to buy the upgrade.
Hmm.
Like you
It
had
was
to buy the
expensive.
upgraded version because it was a Griffin because we were Alliance. So it was like you got a Griffin, and then you got like the nice Griffin, and
Right.
then that one was the one that did like 200 or 250 or whatever.
Armor
And then
Griffin.
you could keep going, but um, yeah, there was the grind aspect to that. There was like I remember even when you were traveling between like the broken um why am I drawing a blank on that area?
Broken Isles or
Is that what no, I don't think it was called
uh,
that. It was like you went through the portal and it was like um anyways,
yeah,
like
Broken
when
something.
you would go to different zones and you wanted to fly, like there were some zones that you couldn't fly to because you didn't have the right speed. Like you had to have the better speed
Hmm.
or else you were going to get fatigued and then die. So
Yeah.
it's like
See, that aspect I didn't mind. That's cool because that's adding like a whole nother level to it. It's when you get like it was after. So you keep talking about like original WoW and then the Burning Crusade. Like after that is when things went downhill hard with mounts. Like you have Lich King was okay, kind of glided there, and then literally right in the next expansion right after that, I don't even give a frack, but Pandera, I think, like mounts just went plummeted. Like you, everything there was in the game that was designed and made to be massive, huge, and adventurous, you just flew over it. It's just a passerby. You're like, oh hey, whatever, peace later, chicken grease. It wasn't. It wasn't like something you like. You didn't take time to
I
do.
had a over aerial view of the beautiful islands of Pandera.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. What's fast travel like in DC Universe Online, Brayden?
See, I never utilized it for the simple fact of there are quest lines that you can miss because like you can completely skip over an entire quest by
Hmm.
not talking to a certain character in a certain point by not exploring that area.
Yeah,
So I never utilized it because I didn't want to miss anything. So I walked, ran, whatever, everywhere because I didn't. There was stuff I could miss, but there is obviously there's the fast travel. I just never use it, so I couldn't tell you. I didn't want to.
I see. I think a really well designed mount system would force you to discover the whole area that you're going to be passing in the first place. So, like, let's say, I know everybody goes back to World of Warcraft, but like, let's say you're going into Northrend, and you have like 15 provinces. I don't remember how many there were, but let's just say there's like 15 provinces. You would have to discover every province fully discovered to be able to get your mount access. I think that's the best way to do it because that way you've been through it, you've adventured through it, you've seen everything. Now it's just like frack it, let's just fly over it. So at that point, I think it's okay because you've already done everything and you've looked at everything, and now you're just doing side quests and beating regular stuff.
Yeah, I think there was what was it, Warlords of Draenor?
Hmm.
Uh,
That I actually did like that
that
expansion.
that one, I mean, you did have to like, I mean, I think you had to actually complete not only series of quests, but you had to explore the whole region
Right.
before you could fly. So
Well, I have a list of questions here to ask you guys about stuff. All right, so what do you think? Do you think there's going to be another MMO eventually that would be able to challenge World of Warcraft? For years and years and years, people have tried to match the success of World of Warcraft. None have even come close. It's not even near it.
here's my take on that. Imagine World of Warcraft is McDonald's. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
who doesn't go to McDonald's? Like people are gonna buy McDonald's unless you're a health freak. I understand. Like there's people that don't go, but I'm just saying McDonald's has made a name of itself so much that it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna be successful. Like it's not they're never gonna just die out. And I think like but then you go to like Culver's and Culver's is really good. It's
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion better. There's
Oh
a
yeah.
lot of places that are better
Way better.
than McDonald's, way better than McDonald's. But McDonald's has established itself. So I think with World of Warcraft, it's kind of a similar, not the same, but similar, where like they've established themselves. So they're not going to go anywhere, but there are things that are better.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think of even like a new released game, Dune. Like there's aspects of games that are way better than WoW
Mm-hmm.
for the challenge, for the well, for people that are challenge seekers, for story seekers, things like that. People that may have started out playing vanilla WoW and now they're seeking a game that has the same kind of challenge or that can keep up with that, but not be where WoW is. Because WoW has now become like you don't really, I mean, you can grind in the game, like just like you can get a good double cheeseburger at McDonald's sometimes, but you're not always going to be able to enjoy it because they've lost some of their aspects that original players loved.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh,
it's like,
definitely.
so again, I don't think necessarily there's going to be a game that comes out that will replace WoW at the level that it's been, but I think there will be games that will come out that will be far better, as in content, as in people that are seeking the grind, the thrill, the story, things
Mm-hmm.
like that. I think there will be games that will come out that are better in that regard, but I don't think it's a tall task to replace something that's had 20, plus years of being in existence with consistent subscribers. It's just that's tough to be able to replace that completely and the game die out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So modern WoW has two things. So they have your old system of looking for dungeons and everything and grinding dungeons, and now you have this like whole new meta that, well, it's not new, but it's where it's its own meta now, is mythics runs. Like all it is repeats of the same old dungeons over and over and over again. People love doing it because they can get like better gear. They can be world first at being mythic 20 on freaking uh, depths or whatever. Uh, it's like a new thing that everybody likes to do. I'm mythic runs are cool. Like I didn't hate them, but like once again, like you're repeating content, and World of Warcraft has gotten to the point where they release mythic runs, and then that's all they have now. Like mythic runs are like that's literally the better bread and butter now, and the old school WoW systems are kind of just dying off because they're less convenient. So I think that's very interesting. So I think it's a problem with it was too successful, and it has a cult following. And if they got rid of that to try to change things around again for everybody else, then it would all fall apart. And because you'd have two sides that are angry at you instead of one. So eventually, I think, and I've said this to you plenty of times, I think World of Warcraft needs to come out with World of Warcraft 2 and just redo it all.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think they've come to a point where if they came out with a second one,
Mm-hmm.
I think that would only benefit them. I don't think that would hurt them.
Mm-hmm. I agree. So, Brain, what was your favorite game, like in general, growing up?
Oof. The game I played the most probably be Kingdom Hearts 2.
Not bad. Yeah, I'll be the one to tell you this. I never played Kingdom Hearts. Like I watched my friend Zach play Kingdom Hearts. It looked freaking fantastic. Not gonna lie, and I'm not a big Final Fantasy fan, which is kind of what it's copied off of. But
Fair.
I watched him play that as well. I watched him play a lot of video games, but it's just Kingdom Hearts. I never got into it. I know it's a fantastic game. The story looks great. I just never got into it. I would actually, that'd be one of the few games I'd probably go back and play because I never did.
Oh, the remastered, fantastic.
Yeah,
It's
World of Warcraft.
everything. You get the whole story, everything. It's just better graphics, and it's phenomenal.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic. That's awesome. I'll have to try it. He says World of Warcraft 2 would be on the same caliber and level as GTA 6 if it came out. In chat, I completely agree. It just depends if they do it correctly. I mean, get rid of Khadgar in a wheelchair. He's literally the most powerful being in all Azeroth, and somehow the man ends up in a wheelchair. So I mean, come on, like we can't write these jokes any better than they've already done.
Dude, you take your original characters and you take that and you make a totally new story, totally new character. That's how you do World of Warcraft 2.
Yeah.
And then yes, it could be just as successful as a GTA 6.
See, this is my thing about the whole. I'll get back to the favorite video games here in just a second. This is my whole thing about World of Warcraft 2 situation. You'd be successful doing it either way. Like once again, if you just did a
Sure.
massive reboot, and like I hate reboots, but if you did like a massive like graphic overhaul and like Unreal Engine 5 that crap and keep it cartoony because that looks fine. Make that stuff look really fantastic and add some new stuff here and there, like sprinkled in some new storylines and stuff. Bring Fordring back. Fordring was a beast. You could have a super successful game, or you could go way back in the past where King Lothar and all that stuff, when the orcs first attacked through the gates and stuff like that, and you could have a prequel game from World of Warcraft 2. It's a win-win situation for them. Isaiah, what's your favorite game? Period.
Oh man.
What up, Andrew Evans?
That's a tough question for me because I think some of my favorite games have totally changed over the years.
Mm-hmm.
So I have like a special place for them because they were my childhood. But I think I don't know if I would say now they're my favorite game.
I get that.
But I mean, growing up, Halo was probably my favorite. It was a mix of Halo, World of Warcraft. I mean, those were like my top games. And then when the Old Republic came out, I mean, our family was all Star Wars. So it's like Old Republic came out and literally my green clear Xbox, just putting, Old Republic, the disc inside and just playing that. And then it crashes because I have a scratch on it. So I have to open it up and redo it. And then I look and see that my whole progress was deleted. So I have to restart.
And that game was so large too. Like you could be like,
yeah,
oh my gosh. I mean, but that would be one of the few games you'd be irritated, but it'd be one of the few games you could play and not be like super, like just mad angry about starting over. You'd be like, well, I guess this time I'm going to play as a good guy or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. And now you can play it on your phone. So
yeah,
there's that.
That is crazy though. I mean, I should get that from my phone. But yeah, dude, I
have it on my phone.
I would say favorite game of all time still Halo, original Halo. It's just so good, man. Like it's a lot of it's nostalgia, but it's smooth gameplay. Storyline was fantastic, so well designed. The multiplayer was even more fun because of the glitches. Yeah, Halo was the baddest growing up. I agree, Snack. But yeah, even the glitches. So like you do multiplayer. Like I remember we would play 16 players online in the basement. Man, I would slam my ghost up against the wall in Blood Gulch, fly straight up into the sky, and take my sniper rifle and snipe people from the stars. And then people you learn the glitches because everybody did them. So like it wasn't like a situation where like everybody was angry at each other, like I can't do that, I'm not gonna be able to do that. Well, you shouldn't be able to do that either, and then people would throw a fit about it. No, it was like, oh my gosh, using the stars again. Grab a sniper, let's get this guy out of here. And then you just look up in the stars and you try to find this little green dot, and you just like, boom, take him out. Yeah, dude, it's stuff like that, like using the cut and same thing, using the cut and sidewinder where you just pop yourself up over, somebody throws you the flag, you walk over to the other base and you just score it. I mean, all these people knew how to do it, and the glitches in that game is what made that game fun. They were universal glitches, everybody could use, look up online how to do. It was fun. It was good stuff. What's up, Uvia? How you doing? But yeah, it's a lot of fun, and it just made a lot of sense. It was really cool. I think that's what made Halo great, and Halo 2 is awesome as well. Multiplayer, you had clan ranks. We played clan together as Das Cone. It was a lot of good stuff, good times, fun times. But you had, I think, if I had to pick a more modern game outside of Halo, honestly, World of Warcraft wouldn't even crack it anymore, because like I had a lot of good times with World of Warcraft, but there's so many other games that have come out. Like, if I had to pick something within the past 10 years, which is hard because games have gone downhill a little bit, but I think I have to honestly say 7 Days to Die. I had more time in that game than anything else. It was a cheap game. I think I bought pretty much everybody the game because it was 2 for $30. And then it's fun, man. Like, I can spend hours, days, weeks, months playing it, and then I'll stop, come back to it again. It's hours, days, weeks playing it, and then that's how I got so many hours on it. Halo, still good game. Halo Infinite had a horrible launch, but it's better now. They don't make developer-based maps anymore, but the game itself is good and solid. So I'm actually going to be starting to play that a lot more soon. But my thing is like, I would have to probably pick 7 Days to Die. As all the games I played, I'm able to have more fun doing that than any other game. But yeah, it's pretty sweet. I enjoy it. So this is a funny question. So just, because at least I'm an old fart now. So I'm going to put this out here and be like, so video games in general, are they getting old? Or are we just getting old for these games? Are they just all getting that much worse, like as far as storytelling, graphics, and gameplay? Am I being, let me say it this way, am I being an old fart for complaining about the good old days? Or have games actually gotten worse?
No, because I still go back and I played more of the games from my childhood than any of the newer stuff.
I completely agree. Yeah.
There was just something about those classic games that will always just be better, in my opinion.
I agree.
I think it's a natural order.
Mm-hmm.
I think like you've grown up playing certain games, so you get to a point in life where you like Braden said, you like to go back and play, not just for nostalgia, but they were good developed games. And I think there was a unique period of time where creativity and hard work in games was very evident.
Mm-hmm.
And I think with the introduction of AI and some different things, I think it's made it difficult to look at some of these newly developed games and say, hey, that looks like it's been made really well and put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into it. Because again, there's so many new gaming companies and development teams and you name it, that it's kind of overcrowded the market a little bit. Now you have streaming services like Steam and EA Games and Epic Games and all this. Like it's monopolizing, and it's kind of overcrowded itself. I mean, back when we were playing games, if you wanted a game, you go to the game store, GameStop, or whatever. And that's where you got it. I mean, you got a new release, you sat outside until midnight and you got the new Halo 2 game or whatever. Like, that's what you did. But now it's become, you could go to your computer that's 15 feet away and buy however many games you want, and
Yeah.
new releases, old releases, whatever. I think it's, I think it's fair for you to say, like, as you know, I
Robots.
like going back and looking at older games and playing older games, or
Hmm.
maybe the games nowadays aren't up to snuff. Is it just me, or am I too old? That's not really, I think it's fair to say that, because I think part of it is true. I
Hmm.
think there are I think there are development teams that are getting better. I think they are getting uh more back to the, let's make something that not only people are wanting to play,
Hmm.
but something that actually took a lot of time and effort. So let's like put some work in it. Um, but I think we're still dealing with a little bit of the aftershock of the initialization of Steam and all of these platforms that you can play on. Cross-platform too. I know that cross-platform's nice because you get to play with people that are console players, but to be honest with you, that has created a, like, this mesh that kind of comes with that overcrowding of, well, now you have Xbox, PlayStation, and PC all playing, and mobile games that are able to play with PC players, and now like it's just a lot. And so now you have this high demand from developers to make games um, that are acclimated to PC players, mobile game players, Xbox control players,
Hmm.
PlayStation, everybody, so that everybody can play together.
That's a good
And
point.
what happens is that creates like a game that might not be the greatest because you have a mobile player that wants to play.
You had to downgrade it for them. Yeah.
Right.
I completely agree. I'm just gonna read some things people put in chat real quick. How long do you normally put these podcasts going for? Honestly, until we just feel like it's done. This one's kind of broad and it's about video games, so it's probably taking a little bit longer than normal. I think 2018 was peak in gaming. So Halo was
That
that
was a
here?
good
Was that
mountaintop
Halo
of gaming.
Reach? Or no, Halo Reach
Uh,
was
I think
2014.
that was I think Halo Reach was earlier than that.
Yeah. Concord was best game in 2024. Yeah, Snack, that's definitely not right. Although the lady who helped create Concord was promoted to head of Halo Studios. The biggest video game fail of all time is now head of Halo Studios. Go team. Um,
Halo
Roblox
Reach was released in 2010, by the way.
2010. There
I
you
think
go.
2010, 2012
Hmm.
was probably some of the greatest.
Peak gaming.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I agree. Because when Titanfall pretty close to then. Titanfall was amazing.
Yeah.
Uh, dude. Roblox. Roblox. So my thing here is, yeah, I can completely agree with that. I think it's a little bit of both. I think I'm getting a little old. I think creators are triple A. Let me say this as a statement. Triple A creators are getting really lazy, like super lazy. They are throwing 600 people at a video game so they can push it out every year over and over and over again. It's a copy paste video game, barely any improvements on anything. Call of Duty. Um, and at that point, you are literally just copy and pasting thing, Madden, 1 year to the next. So you're not
Sure.
accomplishing anything new except for maybe one new feature or new rosters, or we now have a unicorn outfit for your characters, which breaks the immersion of a whole entire military video game. Um, the whole thing is like it's
We're hung up on unicorns, and I think it's because of our Rocket League
magical
guild
unicorns.
name.
Yeah, definitely. But like I think
Just so
it's
that
destroying
Chad
it.
knows.
Yeah, exactly. Unicorns are the best. But anyways, yeah, I think they're just I think they're running out of ideas. AAA gaming is dying, and I think it's a good thing. I think all these AAA companies need to die. Like they need to just go off and look into the light, just slowly go into the light, and then just go
Slowly, dang.
go away. Just because they have not come out with anything good or noteworthy, except for maybe Battlefield 6. I personally haven't played it yet, but They had two
I
huge.
hear good things about it.
I have two, but they had two massive flops. But hopefully they can pull it back out because Battlefield was always a good game. Um,
It wasn't the best. I mean, it was all right.
wow,
Like
Braden.
I played it and
Dang, dude. I loved Battlefield.
no, Battlefield 6 was it was all right.
Oh, Battlefield 6.
Yeah, the original Battlefields were great.
Oh, Lonnie, one of your favorite games came out in 2018.
Okay. What is it?
Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Ugh. Oh gosh. Dude, that's a whole nother podcast. Let's not get into that one right now.
But Sea of Thieves came out, and so did Red Dead Redemption 2. So we got some
I played none of
good
those.
games.
I played none of those.
You never played Red Dead Redemption 2?
I played it. I don't like playing it. Like it's
That was a good game.
it's
That was a
Grand
good game.
it's Grand
Lonnie.
Theft Cowboy.
It was done really well.
It's,
Well, I mean, you can't get any better than that. So.
Grand Theft Cowboy, man. Like you stole my horse. Get back here.
Perfect, dude.
Ping. But
Love
I'm
it.
gone. I don't know, man. Like it's I never really got into the whole Grand Theft or Grand Theft. Sorry, Grand Theft. Oh, now I'm saying calling it Grand Theft Cowboy. I never really got into Red Dead Redemption. It's not really like it's not horrible. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just not good. It's not great. Like my thing is like, should I talk about it because it'll take forever. Assassin's Creed, awesome for a little bit, horrible now. There, that sums it up. It's like Star Wars.
I mean,
the first 3 to 6 were great. After that, it's just don't exist.
yeah.
But yeah, dude, I don't know. Like so for me, I think a lot of it has to do with let's just kind of wrap things up here. But like I think a lot of it has to do with I think video games are suffering from the same problem as Hollywood. They are injecting a lot of things that because they're trying to make statements from people. Not to get in too detailed about this, but because it's a whole other ball of wax. But like they're injecting crap for kids to see that shouldn't be seeing. They are horrible at writing. They're not good at writing anything anymore. Hollywood's just trash. No one like Korean cinema has actually they're slowly taking over Hollywood. You have, and it's the same thing with video games. Look at all the big video game releases this past year, all Chinese and Korean made. You have Black Myth Wukong. You have Stellar Blade. You have, I don't know, Mecha Break. Once Human. I actually watched a video. Somebody was going through all the huge releases in the past 2 years. Only one American Western company broke the top 10. That was it. It's ridiculous. Like Western, American, European, they are trash at making video games now. They are just awful at it. They're throwing too much money into it, getting very little return, and then they complain about it because they want to make statements about dumb crap and not write an actual story that's enticing. So, same problem with Hollywood. I think it's now getting into video games, and I think that's ruining video games in general.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's become a monopoly. I mean, there's so much going on in gaming development culture. There's so many companies. People want fast results. They want fast content.
Mm-hmm.
And it's taken away from the in-depth creation and planning that went into a lot of games that like were developed in 2010 or 2011, 12, and even obviously before that. But now you don't really have that. Now it's let's get a new game almost every quarter of a year. Let's get a new game out so people can buy it, so they can buy the in-game store content and just keep adding expansions and things like that. So, yeah.
Rocket League came out in 2015.
There you go.
I think that was one of Assassin's Creed's biggest downfalls was they had to
Fast
release a new game every year. Like they did not take enough time to develop a game properly. They just had to pump out the next one to give people what they wanted, and it just didn't turn out great.
I'm trying to avoid talking about Assassin's Creed, Braden. Frack you. Um,
Well, we
ass-
also didn't talk about your favorite TV show of all time when we had a whole Halo talk.
oh gosh. Oh dear God, kill me. So Assassin's Creed. Let's go back to that. Assassin's Creed stopped being good after Unity. Unity was the last decent Assassin's Creed. It wasn't the best, but it was good. Unity was hard to beat because you had to have players play with you. It had the multiplayer, what was actually pretty good. After Unity, you have crap like Odyssey. I don't even know what the new one's called. It's just trash though.
Uh,
Shadow, whatever. Uh,
yeah, it's just Shadows.
yeah. Then you had the Origins. I tried playing Origins. I could not get into it, man. Like it's,
I couldn't finish it.
and I was kind of disappointed because like I've always wanted a Japanese version of Assassin's Creed. I've always wanted a Egyptian. I thought it would be really cool to have an Egyptian Assassin's Creed. But they changed the gameplay. Like they went from what made Assassin's Creed. They took the stealth out of the game, and they made it like I'm just gonna get in your face and fight your face off. Like it's the dumbest crap I've ever seen in my life. It was whoever was in charge of decision making there completely failed. Like they took
Well,
away what made your game popular.
I saw the other day, someone posted, it was all an AI thing, but all like the Assassin's Creed that they want made, and one of them was a 1800s Wild West, so basically Red Dead Redemption Assassin's Creed.
That'd be pretty cool, actually. Um, yeah, I mean, honestly, that's about all I got, guys. We're at an hour. You guys have anything you want to say?
I have one thing
Yeah.
for both of you. If you could only pick five games, could be MMO, whatever, only five games you can save, and those are the only five games you can play for the rest of your life, what are you saving?
That's actually pretty easy for me. Um, 7 Days to Die, Halo.
Okay.
I would go with the original and Halo 5. So that's three. Then I have two more. I would probably do Star Citizen. I know it's broken, but it's very vast and wide, and I could probably waste a lot of time on it. That'd be four. And then my last one, that would be a little harder.
Spell
GoldenEye.
Brigade.
GoldenEye.
Over Spell Brigade? Dang.
Yeah, I mean, Spell.
I'm just kidding.
We need a lot more releases for Spell.
It was
fresh. It was definitely worth its money, though.
It was definitely worth its money.
Oh yeah.
To answer your question, Braden, Halo. I mean, for sure the original, but if I couldn't have just the whole series as one, then probably Halo 1 or I loved Reach, so either that or Reach. I loved those. So either one of those. Nazi Republic 2.
Oh yeah. It did
Let's see.
Revan.
Yeah, dude. I didn't get to play a lot of it, but probably Star Citizen because I know that there's just a bunch of crap that is going to be just puked into it, so I would be fine with playing that because it would just have just a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Probably let's see, Halo, Nazi Republic, Star Citizen, Smash Bros. I would
Yeah, that's a
probably
good one.
have that so I could play that.
That's a good one.
And then fifth one, maybe no, my fifth one would probably be No Man's Sky. I'd be fine with that.
That's a pretty good one. All right, Brandon, what's yours?
Easy. First video game I ever played, Spyro Year of the Dragon.
That's a good one.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1,
Wow. Okay.
Kingdom Hearts 2,
Wow. Okay.
Either Knights of the Old Republic or DC Universe. It's a toss-up. I played both of those so much.
That's a toss up.
Yeah, it really
Dang,
is.
dude.
That's how much I played both of those.
Dang. Okay. Okay.
And then 5. Oof, you got me thinking with all those. I'd probably have to go the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the Super
Ooh,
Nintendo.
that's a good one. I like that one. All right. So Sneaky Squeaky Snack says Ratchet and Clank up your arsenal.
Ooh, yeah.
Halo Reach, New World, Final Fantasy X, in 7 days.
Nice. I like that list, especially
Yeah.
the Ratchet and Clank. I actually liked the Ratchet and Clank series, even
Yeah.
though it was
Yeah.
PlayStation. I wasn't a PlayStation guy, but I loved playing Ratchet and Clank. That
So
was good.
you
that was
guys
good.
liked playing Ratchet and Clank. I was more a fan of Jack and Dexter.
I
like
liked
them
that
both.
too,
Hmm.
but I liked Ratchet and Clank more. I think there was a lot to it. So
Dude, that's a
lot more.
Played
freaking
Ratchet
good
and
one.
Clank more.
That's a really good one. Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. So that's the original Final Fantasy with the Red Bone Dragon as the boss. I played the crap. Actually, you did too, Isaiah. I think I played the crap
Yeah.
out of that in my parents' van. But anyways, so that's a good question, everybody. I'm probably gonna go play video games with Swartz if he's gonna play video games. So you guys have fun, and next week I don't even know what we're talking about next week, but we'll figure it out. Peace and chicken grease. You guys have a good day.